Come on, set.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Back to Mixon on second down. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. This defense for the Patriots very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Here we go. Here we go.
Lance now on first down. And right side, Henry's got it. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. On second down, here's Mixon. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. This goes out wide for Mixon. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Set, ready.
They'll try and run with Mixon. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Very good starting position for the Patriot offense as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. And he is going to lose yardage here. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out, and giving the ball back to their offense.
This is taken around the 12. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us. No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Bud Dupree off the edge and getting to the quarterback. They're certainly in a pickle here. They have a mile to go to try to pick up the first. We'll see what they've drawn up. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Off of play action, here's Lance. And that will be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And the Patriots take over. New England with a first. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16.
Partner, it's not often that I expect running backs to eclipse 100 yards in back-to-back games, but he left 100 way behind last week. I think he's going to do it again. I'm expecting 150 or more.
And last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week, so if he does what you say he might, maybe he'll get another one.
Yeah, I think he's locked in.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The Patriots at 2-0 here to begin the season. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Here's 2nd and 9.
21.
And the tight end goes in motion left. On 2nd and 9, Stafford. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Stephon Diggs. Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Patriots have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And it's now 14-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25.
Down.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Well, I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. Man, one play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. But ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Pats at the line, ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On 2nd and 9, Stafford. He's got his tight end Freiermuth over the middle. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. On 1st down, Stafford here. Going deep for Diggs. And that is incomplete.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Harris running straight ahead. Field he goes into Raven territory. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting them to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, 1-2 on 3rd down, you're a little off balance.
And he will have a Patriots first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Throwing is Stafford. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Coming in to put a lick on it was Lavonte David.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. From midfield, here's Lance. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
6, 7. Yellow, go. Black open.
Throwing on 1st down is Lance. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Ready.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. An option handoff here to Mixon. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now Lance. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And not a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Throwing on third down, Stafford. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. He couldn't get away there on third down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on fourth down. And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Here's Thomas Morstead now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It's fielded at the 45. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Lance. That's caught by Myers. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
On first down, Lance. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Just work with me a second here because in my lifetime, seeing how quarterback percentages have changed in throwing the football, I mean, back in the good old days, if you were around 50%, you were doing okay. But now, you need to be 65 to 70% to be considered an elite quarterback. And in this ball game, I feel like we're playing old school, right around 50%.
Yeah, he's under 50%. He needs to start hitting more targets. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Again, they'll throw it with Lance. Flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
To throw, it's Lance. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now fourth down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit...
Looking for his receiver, sharp, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney, and the Patriots are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Harris going to get it again on second down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Going across the formation, he finds Freiermuth. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now a first down carry for Harris. 47 yards on the ground for him so far. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll run again with Harris. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
2 things to watch. First, his strength and being able to break out that initial contact. But at his size, once you slow his momentum, it's hard for him to get it started again and end up tackling him behind the line of scrimmage.
And he'll only get this to the 17. What he needed. Out there is Rodrigo Blankenship in the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 34. Wind up yielding 3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Okay, ready?
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal is not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Lance looking to throw it. To Mixon on the check down. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Lance and company going on 4th down. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Lavonte David. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Rodrigo Blankenship on for the PAT. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From the 6. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, you know, when we were having a tough patch, this two shall pass, this two shall pass, and then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Sterling Shepard, his second touchdown on the season. And the Ravens are back within a score. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Lance going to try to throw for this. And his pass incomplete. Popular down near the goal line. Quick slant. Nice job there to get in, knock it away.
It was. And one of the other things you're concerned about when you throw that route is to make sure your offensive linemen use their leverage to get the hands of the defensive front down so you can throw it through that little bit of crowd and get it to the receiver. In this event, they did, but a nice play by the defender knocking it away.
Taken in at the 3. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage.
Hey, give me radar. Stay 50, stay 50. Look at him.
Stafford now to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And the Ravens are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Boy, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Ready.
Here's Lance to throw it. And that's complete to Shepard. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Sterling Shepard with now his second touchdown of this third quarter. And the Ravens have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the third quarter. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field.
Now Lance throws the interception, his third. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. So both offenses come to life here in this third quarter as this... Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Stafford. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
To throw is Stafford. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jalen Ramsey with a sack on the corner blitz. He is proving his worth defensively. Getting the sack here, that comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
And unable to break away, they stop him a few yards shy. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Mixon with a first down carry. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent.